In today's video, traders, I'm going to be talking to you about my first Forex trading account. I'm going to give you a little hint. It did not go super well. So if you feel like you struggle with blowing accounts and you've struggled in Forex to build any sort of consistency on your first, second, third account, whatever it is, don't worry. I've got some tips that might help you out along the way. I'm going to be telling the story of my own personal Forex account and how I went from not making any money and losing money in the currency market to nowadays where I'm actually consistently profitable and building accounts slowly but surely in the currency market. Let's go ahead and dive into the story right now. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hello and welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. If you don't know me already, my name is Nick, also known as Trader Nick here on YouTube. I make all sorts of Forex content here on the YouTube channel for free. So I do ask though, if my stuff is helpful to you, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up down below. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel so that you can come back and get more free Forex content in the future. So my first Forex account, a lot of times people will look at people who have kind of made it, quote unquote, in the Forex market, people who are actually making money, who are actually somewhat consistent in making overall returns in the currency market. And they'll look at them as if they're some sort of hero, some sort of person that never went through any sort of trials and tribulations to get to the point where they're actually consistently profitable. But I could not emphasize how wrong that truly is. They have been through quite a lot. I know in my own story, it took me about 2 years to actually start becoming consistently profitable in the Forex market. And the first thing I need to answer before I talk about my first couple accounts is that when I was a newer trader, the idea of being consistently profitable meant to me that they were just printing money and they were doubling and tripling accounts and they had some sort of magician's, skill set that I did not know that was making it so that they knew where the markets were going all the time and that they were just like some sort of magical guru that was just able to print money. And the problem is with all this social media hype around Forex trading, there's a lot of people who sell that idea and they make it seem like they're that sort of person. I definitely fell victim to those people myself. So when I actually started to find consistency in my trading, my idea was to turn around and actually start to try and help people and show people the realities of what Forex trading can and really is, can be, or what it really is, right? The idea here is that Forex trading is not a get rich quick scheme. If you've been trading for a while, if you've been blowing accounts, then you know this to be true. It is not an easy way to make a quick buck. Let's talk about my first Forex account. So let's take it to the screen really quick here, and we will pull this up and you can see here, I've just got a MetaTrader 4. I've been doing some analysis here on the chart, but I want to pull up my Epic Pen so that I can share a little bit of thoughts with you guys about my first Forex account. And I want to show you, the purpose of this video, guys, is to show you that, nobody is going to just become consistently profitable instantly. You almost are like certain to lose money initially when it comes to Forex trading because of how difficult it really is to start getting a hang of it. But let me tell you guys the story about my first Forex trading account. My first account did not go super well. Well, actually, let me change that. At first, it went really well. In fact, it was so good that it was extremely misleading. So let me tell you exactly what happened on my first trading account. I deposited $500, and let me tell you that at this time, guys, when I put this $500 into my account, this was money that I could not afford to lose, and it was too much money for me to be trading at the time. I was in college, early on in college, and I did not have that much money to trade with. But I went ahead and anyways deposited $500, as many people probably make similar mistakes. Putting money into the market that you cannot afford to lose is a problem from the start. So $500 I put into the market, right? And I went and I knew very little about the markets. I did not even know really what fundamental and technical analysis really were. I had seen like a few videos about people who were trading the charts using technical analysis, and I thought I was all fancy. I started drawing my trend lines and support and resistance levels, and I thought I knew everything about everything really quickly. And I was like, you know what? I know everybody loses money, but I'm going to be different, right? Everybody kind of has this arrogance to them. I myself included, absolutely. When I was first getting into the markets, I had this arrogance of like, I'm going to be different. I'm going to make money and I'm going to get this. I'm a smart person. I can figure this out, right? Everybody kind of has that arrogance. Well, it worked out initially because I took a trade on GBP JPY. We'll put GJ right here. I took a buy trade on GBP JPY. And I can remember this vividly, guys, because as many of you guys probably know, that first blown account is an extremely emotional and extremely, it'll wake you up, right? It'll be scary for you. So GBP, JPY, I took big buy positions. I can't remember exactly the lot size, but it was way too big for the account. That was mistake number one that I had no idea about, which is risk management. We'll get into that in a second. We'll talk about some ways that you can avoid blowing accounts in the future. So I took these GJ buys and I went up in value on the account. I think I went from $500 to $700 in the account in just a short, like 30 minutes. The price went right up. Things were great. And what I didn't realize is that this was likely just due to some sort of streak of luck. So I took these GJ buys and the price of, or the value of my account went all the way up to $700 in like 30 minutes. And I looked at that and I was celebrating. I remember I was just so excited about the fact that I had made some money in my account. I was up $200 and I said, oh man, you know, all these people are out here saying Forex trading is difficult and I'm just printing money. It's easy, right? And you get those people in YouTube all the time. People who said, well, I took an account from 500 to 800 in a day, right? But the problem is then it's not about if you can do that. That's totally possible. It's can you do that consistently without blowing up accounts? And that brings me to my next point. I traded GBP JPY again, and this time I believe I went short. So I had GJ shorts, right? And I remember thinking this market has to come down. It's too high. I'm going to short this market. I'm going to make my money, double and triple. That was my idea. I was literally thinking like a lot of new traders. I was thinking greedy. I was thinking, no patience. I'm going to make this thing happen right now. I'm going to get rich quick. That was me. That was me, just like everybody else, it seems like. Not everybody, but a lot of people come to the Forex market with that mindset. And it's amazing looking back on this story to be able to talk about my journey because I am so not like this anymore. And this is not me trying to like pat myself on the back. This is me getting destroyed in the markets for a while to learn through lessons that I legitimately paid for in order to start building consistency. So what happened next? Well, I took my $500, I went to $700, and then I took GJ shorts and lost $400 on the account. So I lost $400, so that puts me at $300. And this is what ended up happening is at this point, when you're a new trader, the emotions are absolutely so high. So when you first start getting involved with the markets, you are entirely trading emotionally. At least I was, right? And a lot of people are. They're trading so much on emotions. When things are going really well, you think you're just the absolute best ever, right? You think you're the king or the queen of the world. You think that you're just so incredible. And then when things go wrong, it is such a crushing feeling, right? And so when I lost that money, I lost $400, and that was $400 that I just, again, could not afford to lose. I went from $700 on the account to $300, and, fortunately in my scenario, I shortly after quit, right? Not quitting, I didn't quit Forex, but I quit this mentality. I said, okay, you know what am I doing? I don't know anything about technical analysis. I haven't put any amount of time and energy into this market to understand what exactly I'm getting into. And so I lost that money, and I remember I closed this account for a loss, and I just, I took my $300 out and I deposited, I deposited with another broker at a little bit later date, but I stopped trading live accounts for a little bit, which is probably luckily one of the best things that I did for myself in my trading. Is I didn't even do this on purpose. It was mostly just because I didn't want to lose any more money. I was saying, you know what, I'm not going to trade this again until I feel a bit more confident. So I did start trading with demo accounts, and I started to figure things out. And this is years ago. This is 4 or 5 years ago when I first started trading. I went from that gambler mentality. This whole concept right here, guys, is what I would call a gambler, not a trader, right? And so what I realized after, time and time passed, right, of studying these markets, I went from having this blown account. I guess it's not necessarily a blown account because it didn't go to zero, but to me it was blown, right? Mentally, I was defeated. I was just feeling terrible in just 2 trades, right? That's how fast you can lose money because the Forex market a lot of times offers you so much leverage. I took advantage of that leverage. I thought I was doing the right thing, being smart with that leverage. Ends up I was actually being very, very stupid, over leveraging my account. So how can you actually avoid doing this? What can we learn from my own story? And I'm sure a lot of you guys' probably experience as well is blowing accounts like this. This is just something that happens. The first thing I want to say, of course, is that I'm not blaming you. The thing is, I'm not, casting blame and trying to make you feel bad by saying this, because I'm sharing my story. This is me being honest about my first blown account, quote unquote blown. But you guys get the point, right? It was a bad experience, and I am by no means a perfect person. I was totally greedy. I was totally impatient, and I was over leveraging my account. I was trying to make my money grow really quickly. And what I find is the number one leading cause for people trying to, or people blowing their accounts and losing money, is because they're trying to double it and triple it quickly. Get that concept out of here, because what are you going to be happier with? Are you going to be happier with slow and steady gains, making $1 here, $1 there, $5 here, $10 here, building that account over time like this? Or are you going to be happier trying to go big and blowing up the account? This mentality shift for me changed everything with trading. I said, you know what? Let me just figure out how I can slowly grow this $500 rather than try and double it and triple it, treating this thing like a casino. This is not a gambler's paradise. Unfortunately, Forex trading is not easy. Stock trading is not easy. Investing of any sort is not easy, right? It takes time and it takes dedication. So when I shifted this mentality, going away from this whole concept of trying to get rich quick, things really started to change for me. I not only did I accept that I was not going to get rich quickly with this, I also accepted that this is going to require patience and dedication. And so I spent just hours and hours studying these markets. So what can we learn from my scenario? Well, hopefully the idea that you get behind this concept is that, if you're trying to double and triple accounts quickly, that is a loser's game, in my opinion. I think that the best traders in the world are not trying to double and triple their accounts. They're trying to scale wealth over the course of a lifetime. And when I shifted that mentality, that absolutely changed my trading. I can guarantee you, in my own story and my own experience, that was just the number one contributor to finding success in Forex trading, was shifting from the gambler's mentality to a successful trader's mentality, which is really just keeping your psychology in check. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the story of my first blown account. I do hope that you'll go easy on me in the comments. I know it's never easy to share your losses with people, because there's always people who critique you, and they'll kind of cast their stones as if they don't have their own problems. But here's the thing, right? I want to share my story with people so that hopefully others who are just getting into Forex trading, or who are on the path to trying to find success, will hopefully learn from it and hopefully not repeat the same mistakes I did. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into another video. Make sure you like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll catch you next time.